Hello and welcome to the channel where we delve into some of the most interesting stories in sport and popular culture. In today's video we document the life of Max Verstappen's father, who has had a wild ride through various legal troubles along with success on and off the racetrack. Jos Verstappen is a former Dutch racing driver who has had a tumultuous career both on and off the track. Born on March 4, 1972, in Montfort, Netherlands, Verstappen started karting at a young age and quickly showed his talent, winning multiple championships in his early years. Verstappen's talent behind the wheel caught the attention of Formula One teams, and he made his debut with the Benetton team in 1994. Over the course of his career, Verstappen drove for a number of teams, including Simtek, Arrows, Tyrrell, Minardi, and obviously Benetton. On debut, Jos replaced the injured JJ Leto and showed signs of pace but also collided with Eddie Irvine. He finished third in the Hungarian Grand Prix, becoming the first Dutch driver to score a podium finish in Formula One. He scored another podium in Belgium that year. He was known for his speed and aggression, but also for his bad luck and the tendency to make mistakes. Verstappen's highest points tally was in his debut season, coming 10th in the championship. He went on to pick up sporadic points in less competitive cars in later years. Jos never qualified on the front row. His best performance was qualifying in 6th at the Belgium Grand Prix in 1994 with Benetton. In 1994, during the German Grand Prix, Jos was involved in a frightening pit fire. Verstappen's Benetton team was performing a routine pit stop to change tires and refuel his car when the fuel hose was accidentally disconnected before the fueling process had completed. As a result, a large amount of fuel spilled onto the car and the hot engine, causing a sudden ignition. Verstappen's car was engulfed in flames, and the Dutch driver quickly jumped out of the car and ran to safety. The pit crew quickly extinguished the flames, but Verstappen was badly burned on his face and hands. He was taken to a nearby hospital, where he received treatment for his injuries. Verstappen was involved in several high-profile crashes during his Formula One career, including a spectacular accident at the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix, when he flew over the barriers and landed in the harbour. He escaped uninjured, but the incident led to changes in the safety regulations. Verstappen also competed in other racing series during his career, including sports car racing and the Le Mans 24 Hours. He won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2008, driving for the Dutch team Van Merksteijn Motorsport. Despite his abilities on the track, Jos was also known for his various run-ins with the law. Starting in 1998, just a year after Max was born, Jos and his dad were each given 5-year suspended jail sentences for fracturing a man's skull. They reached an out-of-court settlement with the unnamed 45-year-old victim, who was part of a group that had been arguing with the Verstappens about who got to use a karting track in the Belgian town of Lanaken. Then in December 2008, Jos was back in court in Tongeren, having been charged with assaulting his wife of 12 years, Max's mum, when his son was 11. He was accused of using threatening language, and there were also claims that his estranged wife's tires had been damaged 3 times. Jos was cleared of assault but found guilty of sending threatening text messages and of violating a previous restraining order. He was fined and sentenced to 3 months probation. The fact that there was a restraining order in place gives some insight into the relationship between Jos and Max's mother. In November 2011, it was reported that Jos assaulted his unnamed 24-year-old girlfriend in a hotel room in Venlo, Holland, after an argument got out of hand. He denied the allegations, saying, "There has been an altercation, yes, that's all." Then, in January 2012, in the Dutch city of Roermond, he was arrested for attempted murder following claims that he drove a car into his ex-girlfriend and then made off from the scene of the accident. He was released after 2 weeks in jail when the charge was withdrawn due to a lack of evidence. Verstappen's relationship with his son Max, who as we all know is a 2-time world champion, has been both supportive and challenged at times. Max has often cited his father as his inspiration and mentor, and the two have been seen working closely together in Max's early years of racing. Max once explained how when he was just 15, his dad kicked him out of his vehicle as punishment for crashing early in a world championship kart race in Sarno, Italy. Max was abandoned by his father at a petrol station until he was picked up by his mum, go-karting champion Sophie Kumpen. According to reports, the father and son did not speak for a week after the incident. Max later recalled, "I should have won that race easily. On the first lap, someone overtook me and I wanted to regain my position on the next lap. I tried to pass on a very fast turn. He didn't see me and we hit. My dad worked very hard that weekend and I threw it all away. He was very angry and didn't talk to me. On the way home, about 5 miles away, he said something to me and we ended up arguing. Joss admitted, "I didn't speak to him for 6 or 7 days." Their relationship has also been strained since Max joined F1 at times, with reports of conflicts arising over Max's career decisions and public statements. Despite his legal troubles and challenges in his personal life, Verstappen remains a respected figure in the racing world. There is no doubt he was highly influential on the career of his son, and his no-nonsense approach may have been responsible for Max's extraordinary talent. It is also understood that Joss stepped away from racing in order to dedicate his time and effort towards his son, showing that behind that tough demeanor his priority has always been Max. Although he retired in 2003, Joss has continued to be involved in the sport to a lesser degree, working as a commentator and driver coach. His legacy as a talented driver and his impact on his son's career will continue to be felt in the world of Formula One for years to come. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment with anyone who you think would make an interesting biography.